All right, folks watching this, we are on 11. We are on the back side of the review sheet. And I said that this back side is like the nicer side of the two. The instructions for 11 and 12. Let's do, which one should we do together? 11 or 12? 11 or 12? Which one looks like
12,
ickier? 12? 12 is probably a little bit ickier. But what does it mean when it says prove the polynomial identity?
No idea, really.
You foil and then it's the same thing.
Yeah, we have to see if they make the same thing, right? Like here's my equal sign. This obviously looks different than that, but like are they actually the same? So which side do we work with?
Whatever side.
The
one
right.
that's not foiled.
The one that's not foiled, okay? This is 2 pieces right here. This is 3 pieces, true? We have a binomial and a trinomial. We have to multiply those together. Okay, so let's start with u. What do you take u times first?
U squared.
U squared. Okay, that becomes?
U cubed.
U cubed. Then I take u times?
UV.
uv, which is?
U squared.
U squared v. Yep. Then I take u times?
V squared.
V squared, which is?
UV squared.
uv squared. Okay, now the u is done. And now I start over with v, but make sure you put the negative with the v, right?
Yeah.
So I take negative v times
U squared.
u squared, which is negative? I don't know. How do you want to write it?
UV3.
U squared v. Yeah? All right. Then I take negative v times uv. Negative?
Negative UV squared.
Negative uv squared. Perfect. Then I take negative v times v squared.
V cubed.
Negative v
I
cubed.
don't like the U and the V's.
Okay? I know. I should have picked like different variables or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird. All right. So u to the third. He doesn't go with anybody. So we're just going to write him down. How about u squared v? Minus u squared v. Those two will cancel. One's positive, one's negative. Gone. Okay? What about uv squared? Minus uv squared. Hey, gone. What about minus v cubed?
Nope.
Minus v cubed. Is that the same?
Yep.
That means, yes, this is an identity. Even though they look different to begin with. Identity. There we go. This is an identity. You can put yes, that's fine. Okay? But that just means we have foiled it out and they are truly the same. Good? Okay, do you want some time to do number 11?
Yes.
Yeah.
See if that is identity as well. Do you want me to check your answer when you're done? Like,
Check mine.
I'll give you like 30 seconds and then I'll go.
I'm done.
I'm
Okay.
done.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I'll just do it here after like 30 seconds and we'll check. Yep. Very good. Okay.
She sprayed it on me. I sprayed one thing on me. She sprayed it with mine.
You sprayed it on yourself?
Why did you want it on you?
I didn't care.
Tommy, come check mine, please.
She's gonna do it on the
I don't feel like a woman. I feel like a guy who smells good.
Yes, ma'am.
Do I just foil it out?
Yes. Yep. We did number 12 while you were there, while you were gone.
Wait, you just go take this one time.
Goodness. Colton, are you with us? Okay. All right, did you have enough time to do 11? Are you still working? Okay. Perfect. You got a different answer?
Nope.
No, you got the same answer? Maybe? Sure? Is number 11 a yes or a no? Yes, he does end up canceling out when you combine like terms, kind of like this one did. And so you do end up getting this same thing. Do you want me to show you that or are you good? All All right, 13 and 14. Let's do one together and then we'll do one on your own. Which one? Don't care? Let's do 13. Let's do 13 together. All right, here's my function, and they say use synthetic substitution to find f of 2. What does that mean?
Plug it in.
Plug it in. That's it.
Plug it into the x.
2 to the third plus 5 times 2 squared minus 17 times 2 minus 21. Okay, I'm going to do some of this in my head. What's 2 to the third power? 8. What's 2 to the second power? 4 times 5? 20 minus 17 times 2? 34 minus 21. Okay. 8 and 20 is 28, yeah? And I always add the negatives together and add the positives together. Does that work? Okay, negative 34 and negative 21 is negative 55. Yeah? What is 28 minus 55? Negative, I think, 27. Negative 27?
Yeah.
Okay, that's my final answer. Negative 27. Now, before we move on to the next one, I'm going to follow up with question number 3, which they're not numbered, but whatever. Okay? If we plug in 2, he would have been in his bubble x minus 2, true? Positive 2 in a bubble is x minus 2, yeah? We need to find a better word than bubble, but whatever. 2 is x minus 2 in a bubble. We just plug 2 in. Is x minus 2 a factor of this polynomial? In other words, does it go in there perfectly?
No.
No. How do you know that?
Because there's a remainder.
If I were to divide this guy by x minus 2, what would my remainder be? Negative 27. And the fact that it has a remainder means it doesn't go in there perfectly, right?
Right.
Like 2 into the number 17 is going to have a remainder, right? But 2 into 16 does not have a remainder. So he does not have a remainder, so he does have a remainder, so he is not a factor. Got it? No, it is not. Okay, let's plug in negative 1 now. Negative 1 to the third. 5 times negative 1 squared. 17 times negative 1 minus 21. Okay, what's negative 1 to the third power? Negative 1. Negative 1 squared is positive 1 times 5 is plus 5 plus 17 minus 21, right? Do you add your positives and negatives together? Or does it matter? 5 and 17 together is 22. And what's negative 1 and negative 21? So I have positive 22 minus 22, which is 0. Okay, follow-up question. If I were to divide by x plus 1, right? Because I plugged in negative 1, that means x plus 1 is my bubble, right? Does this guy go into there perfectly? Yes. How do you know that?
Because there's no
His remainder is 0, right? If I were to divide them, my remainder would be 0. Got it? Yes, he is a factor. He goes in there perfectly. Perfect. Got it? Okay, 14. You do that one. See what you get. Plug the number in. Is it a factor? Plug the number in. Is it a factor?
Can you go back to 13 so I can
Sure.
train?
Sure. Yep. If I'm going too fast, you let me know. Okay, you do 14.
This one's always sitting on like this.
On 15 and 16, can we do just, oh man, what is it called?
Synthetic division?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what you do on 15 and 16?
And then you find what's left over. Like you
So, like,
continue
you
to break
split
down
it
what's left over.
So you split it into like the x plus 1.
Yep. Okay.
Come, can you come check my
done?
Why is
Right?
Yeah, that's what she got, so we're gonna say yes.
Why did this one right there? So I broke it down so it'd be that one, that one.
Okay. Did you get 14 figured out?
Yep.
Yes? Awesome. Can we move on to the next section?
You did all the work.
Next chunk? Do you want to do 15 or 16 together? Okay, 15 or 16? Which one would you like to do together?
15.
15? Sure. Okay, so here's what 15 says. This is my original polynomial. We know that this x plus 1 is a factor. They tell me that. I could check that, but they tell me it goes in there perfectly, right? If I'm going to check, what would you plug in? -1. And when you plug in -1, it should end up being 0. But they tell me it's a factor already, so we'll just trust them, right? So they say if you take this guy out, x plus 1, and you divide him out, you get something left over. They want you to continue to find the rest of the factors. How many factors should he have?
So we need to do
He should have 3.
3, because he's x to the 3rd power, right? So we've got to divide this one out and then find the other 2, right? Okay, so how do we divide him out?
Synthetic division.
We can do synthetic division. If you love long division, you can do long division also. Okay, but let's do some synthetic division. -1 is the number that goes on the outside, yeah? Okay, then the coefficients that I have x to the 3rd, x squared, x, and number. Do I need to have zeros in there?
Nope.
No. What's the first number I put? 1. He's the number in front of x cubed, okay? Then the next number is 5, then -17. Last one, -21. Okay. All right, the 1 goes down. If I multiply those together, -1 and 1 makes -1. I add those two. 5 and -1 makes 4.
Yep.
Then I multiply by -1 again. That makes -4. 17, -17 and -4 is -21. If I multiply by -1, that's a positive 21. And I got 0. I should have gotten 0 though, right? Because he's a factor and he goes in there perfectly. So I should have gotten 0 as a remainder. All right, we began with x to the 3rd and we divided by x, right? So what should this guy be? X squared, right? He's 1 less if we divide it out. So this is x squared plus 4 what? X, and then minus 21. We don't need to put the remainder in there because he's 0. Now I have this guy, but we're not done yet because we have to continue to break that down, right? This x squared plus 4x minus 21 is what?
simple trinomial.
He's a simple trinomial. So I'm looking for
7 and
multiplying to get 21 and adding to get 4, yeah? All right, give it to me, Dylan. What do you got?
7 and 3.
Positive 7, -3, yeah? Okay, so if I list all of the factors out, one of my factors is x plus 7. One of my factors is x minus 3. What's the third one? X plus 1, the one that they gave me, right? And we said there should be 3 of them, right? Because he's x to the 3rd power. Do you see how I did that? They give me one, I divide it out, and I continue to break that down until he's completely factored. If I wanted to check my answer, which, I mean, the chances of us being wrong are slim at this point if everything came together nicely. But you could, if you wanted to, FOIL these all back out, and you should get this, right?
No one's going to do that.
I mean, you know, if I was was gonna get paid $1 million if I got it right, you better believe I'm gonna check that answer. But you know,
Are we getting paid $1 million?
sorry, not in this case. I'm poor. Okay, you do this one. My factor is x plus 5. So when you set up the synthetic division, what are you gonna put on the outside?
-5.
-5. Okay, so do that. I'll zip over to my synthetic division if you want to see like that and model after that. But there you go. Okay. There you are.
That's why I was really confused. Like,
Yeah. Okay, here. -5 times 1 is -5. Right. And then 2 and -5 makes negative. Okay, so this one, but that's the problem with synthetic division and long division. It snowballs the rest. Okay, so now this guy comes this guy. And the top of the right? Okay, -19 is 15. Now this one's up. Positive 29. And then these two together make. There you go. Okay, so what is it? Yes, sir. Yes, yes, awesome, very good, yeah.
there we go.
Yes.
Going.
Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, so.
Did you get that, Ellen?
So what can you multiply to get negative 10?
Drink water when you're done.
Okay, I don't drink water, just eat something and drink water. I drink it something, so you don't drink a lot of water. That's just what I would
Other
do.
way around.
Just like
But you're, Thank you for helping Carson. We totally appreciate it. All right, 17, 18, 19 are all kind of the same process. Which one's the easiest one? 17, how's come?
That's only has one. This hits it twice.
You only have to multiply two things together. Which one's the hardest one?
The last one.
Why?
Because there's 4.
You have to multiply 4 pieces together. Okay, should we do 19 together?
So all you put is x and then the opposite x plus or minus the opposite thing.
Yep. Let's do 19 together. Okay, so what are we looking for when we start this thing? We're looking for the what? The what? What are we looking for?
The x-intercept.
The x-intercepts, which are right here, and right here, and right here, and right here. There's 4 of them, right? Okay, what's the first one? -2. What's the second one? -1. What's the third one? +1. And the fourth one is 2. Okay, if those are my answers, we got to go back now. We're working backwards.
Let's flip them.
We got to find the bubbles, right? If it's x minus 2, or if it's -2, then it's x plus 2 in the bubble, right? If it's -1, it's x plus 1 in the bubble. If it's 1, it's x minus 1 in the bubble. If it's 2, it's x minus 2 in the bubble. Okay, let's talk strategy real quick, right? Okay?
Why don't we do the
These two we're going to multiply together. We can't multiply all 4 of them at the same time. That's not going to work, right? These two, let's multiply them together, right?
No.
Sure.
No?
Yep.
What do you want to do?
Multiply the 1s and the 2s together.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. So Jacob said let's multiply these guys together. Then let's multiply those guys together. That's a good idea because do you know what like x plus 1 times x minus 1 is?
0.
It's like the reverse of a difference of squares, right? And you're gonna have middle pieces cancel out. That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Should we do it that way? Okay, let's do it. Alright. So let's do our x's together first, and then we'll do our y's together. I'm gonna do them over here, or our other ones together. Okay, ones are gonna go here, 2's are gonna go here. Okay, so x times x. I'm doing the ones first.
X squared.
X squared, okay, x times negative 1,
Negative X.
negative 1x, okay, 1 times x, the middle pieces,
X.
plus 1x, negative, or positive 1 times negative 1.
Negative 1.
Negative 1. Okay, there's what I have, but if we simplify that, hey, look at that. Middle two pieces cancel out. X squared minus 1. Isn't x squared minus 1 a difference of squares? Right?
Yep.
If you take the square root of x, you get x. If you take the square root of 1, you get 1. X plus 1, x minus 1. That's a difference of squares, right? Okay, knowing that, can you do this one in your head? What would that one become?
X
X squared minus 2.
Nope.
No, X squared.
X squared minus 4, right? That's what he will become, because 2 times 2 is 4, right? If you want to FOIL it out, you can go x squared minus 2x plus 2x minus 4, right? The middle two pieces are going to cancel, so that's what he looks like, right? But that makes it really nice. Now what do we do?
Make them equal to 0.
Nope, because then that'll get us back to this part.
You're done.
Not yet.
FOIL it again.
Now we got to FOIL those to get one big polynomial. We're almost done.
X to the 4.
X squared times x squared is x to the 4th, okay? X squared times negative 4.
Negative 4
Negative 4x squared. Negative 1 times x squared.
Negative x squared.
Negative 1x squared. And then we have negative 1 times negative 4.
Positive 4.
Plus 4. Okay, can we put stuff together?
Yes.
Yes, x to the 4th goes by himself. X squared comes next, but there are minus 5x squared. And then plus 4. Is that it?
Yes.
Now what?
That's it.
That's all, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Be done.
Normally we are used to being given this
And
and then having to break down and get those answers, right? But here they're giving it to us in reverse. They're saying, here's the answers, build me an equation, right? Okay, so that's what we got. X to the 4th minus 5. That's what this thing is.
Is there gonna be a question like that on the test?
Like this one? Yes. But maybe not as long. I probably won't give you 4 of them. I would say maybe 3 is max.
Can you
Okay.
come check my other two?
Because I don't want to take it, I don't want to make it take a ton of time. Okay? So 17 and 18. There are only 2 of them on 17 that you have to multiply together.
3.
18 has 3. Can you handle those?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
I will, but I don't know what the answer is, so I'm gonna look up. 3, 2, 1.
Yep. Yep. I'm gonna flip those around. Make it X minus minus 4 and X plus 4.
Oh no. How real is that accurate in the whole? Hey, can I turn it in then? Do you want it?
Keep it, and you can study off of it if you want to look it over before.
Yeah. I made some other notes on here too.
Nice. Okay, that's fine.
How much do you want to check these?
Mhm.
Oh, no.
Oh.
It's not so much easier when we're
Well, she probably didn't hear you, Trevor.
Yeah, when I'm supposed to.
Are we gonna have one of these dudes on the test?
I'm not sure how I'm gonna do the top part either, because, like, we have to use your computer for that, and then
So
you
it might
cheat,
like
like,
multiple
you know.
and then like
You might as well just not.
I might leave that off, and then,
Factory.
You want one with
but
Maybe
yes.
I should have done it.
All right. Okay. Oh, I need to stop the video. Okay. Are we good? Anything else before I stop this video?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you go back to 19?
Yes. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna stop.